EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us north of the border to the Canadian province of Alberta and Banff Springs Golf Course, just west of Calgary. Rich Lerner joined up in the booth. Adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. And there's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. 11 feet away. That's going to scoot a foot or two by. So he'll tap in for his par, a solid one at that, to get his round underway. So Frank, a par 4 to open, and we back it up with a relatively short par 3.
This green's surrounded by 6 bunkers. Green also shapes slightly towards the player's left, so just keep your eye on that depending on where the flag is.
Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round will win the day. Yep, that's a good putt and a good birdie here at the second to get him to 1 under par. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
working up the right side.
Oh, that was 50-50 off the tee. Rough, fairway. I guess it was more than 50-50. Fairway's fine.
Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. Okay, nothing to it. Nice work there. It's a birdie, and it moves into 2 under on the round. Frank, it's always fun to play a par 3 just like this one.
The ball's going to go further. Obviously, get to tee it up. Should be able to carry that water. That's really the only problem for the player in front. But once again, another good chance for a birdie.
192-yard par 3 fourth. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot. As that ball bounces into the rough, first fairway miss today.
Working out of the rough now for his second at the par 4 fifth. Okay, not too bad there. This from about 10 feet. No, that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 6th hole, reasonably short at 373 yards, a lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck.
Really took a lot on with that drive, but this is going to wind up in the bunker. And that's a long one, but ultimately it winds up in the bunker. Yeah, the green just didn't want to hold that one. That'll run off into the short grass. So that may be not his best of chips, but he'll have that for his par.
You'd expect that to be a little closer from where he was, and that is far from a gimme.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards, a par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5.
Unlucky on the second shot. I mean, that was hit well, but the slope on that green just draws the ball off the front.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie. They push that score to 3 under for the round. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. We turn to Notabegay III for this look at birdie.
And I don't think he'll want to deviate from a straight-in read, just a little uphill.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That's nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
And this one slowed up by the leaves, and that's not going to be a great result. I like it. I like it a lot. He's going to love it if he can get out of here with the 3, and that's a possibility. This one just about straight at it for eagle. Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Not much more than a tap in there. It is a birdie at the 9th, and he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. Getting ready to start the back 9 here at Banff Springs, and Frank, you better be ready on this 10th tee. This requires a good shot.
Even though the hole looks like it bends towards the right, the best access to this hole is actually a little draw off that tee. That's the direction of the green, so a nice high draw in here.
Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Going to have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Disappointment there. That'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the 2 little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
Result is that's going to wind up in the bunker. So this one going to have to carry a long way.
An opportunity goes awry. Chance to show the short game skills out of the bunker, and far from it.
Birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
This one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right, a couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left.
Starting a hair right. That's the kind of swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This a putt for birdie.
And this is going to need a little push to get it up the slope. But other than that, I don't see a whole lot of left to right in this.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. 13th hole, par 3, 225 yards, and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and the birdie looks straight ahead. Substantial movement on this putt right to left, and it's from distance, so this one not just about speed, but line as well. Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Frank, this par 4 14th hole at about 440 yards will test you all the way up to that green, won't it?
It certainly will. It just looks like you should bash it over those bunkers down the left side, but the green pitches from left to right, so the best access is actually down the right side, coming in from that sort of right line. So don't be fooled here.
A big drive there. Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing, and a big drive as well. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Okay, probably was expecting a little more from this hole after the big drive, but he does walk away with a par. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's neat. Oh, I like that tee shot. One extra bounce. That's what kicked it into the first cut.
That's a high-quality shot right there. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Yeah, the good play continues. Now to 5 under on the day. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, a par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front.
He might be able to cover this.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Getting set for a second shot here at 17. Let's see if he can finish with a good one. This ball in the rough, but a pretty good lie. Now this for another birdie. Yeah, walk that one right in. That's a good putt. And it's in for a birdie. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Okay, back into the fairway, but still a long road home from there. Third shot, looking for a good one. When in doubt, middle of the green will work just fine. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Get up. Get there. Oh, yeah, long distance for birdie here at 18. That will mean it is a round of 64-7.
1860, the year of the very first Open Championship. The world had yet to learn of the light bulb, the phonograph, the automobile, and the airplane. But this championship began and flourished. Through the decades, its list of winners reads like a who's who of golf. Morris, Jones, Hogan, Player, Palmer, Nicklaus, Watson. What would it mean to claim golf's oldest prize? We're about to find out. This is the Open Championship.
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, present golf's oldest major and the final major championship of the year. Today, it's opening round coverage of the Open. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. Let's get right into the action, starting with the par 3 14th. Boy, this is just way too much club for a front hole location. That was completely overcooked. Frank, what happened there?
It's just a flyer, Rich. Ball wasn't sitting all the way down on the rough. He got enough loft on it, and actually, it was a pretty good swing. Ball was never going to stop.